guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Gina and I had VSG surgery on April 25th of 2022. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my 9-month post-op update. We're gonna go over everything, cover the normal things, and I'm gonna tell you what's been going on the past month since Christmas and the New Year. So let's go over stats real quick. If you're new, highest weight ever was 310, but again, I'm pretty sure it was more than that. Starting weight was about 306. I didn't lose very much before my pre-op. Last month I weighed in at 226.4. This past month I weighed in at 224.0, which is a loss of 2.4 for the month. Not the greatest month I've ever had. I technically did lose more, but I went up in December and then lost that 1.5 pounds. So I guess technically it looks like I lost more, but really overall net I lost 2.4. I wish it was a little bit more, but it is what it is, and I'll take what I can get. On the bright side, which is what I'm trying to look at, I am now 7 pounds away from my doctor's goal. When I go back and see them in April, they want me to be at 217, so I'm getting closer to that. And it's almost been 1 year since I went to go meet my surgeon at the facility, or at the hospital, I guess I should say. I went February 9th of last year. So before my next update, and then obviously in the middle of this one, it's been a whole year. So it's just been crazy to reflect on like how much has changed, even though sometimes I don't feel like I've changed at all. Like appearance wise, feeling wise, I still kind of feel like I'm 310 pounds some days. Even though I've lost, 86 pounds so far, like I'm nearing that 90 mark. I'm trying to get into the next, next batch of numbers. That 990 is like my next eyes on the prize goal I have. So it's just been an interesting month to reflect and look back on. As many of you know, the last couple of videos, a few videos ago, we had Andrea on. She's in the middle of her pre-op now. And she was asking me some questions of like, how did you do with this and this? And I'm like, it's been so long ago. Not really, but you forget when you go through these things. So I went back, and I'm glad I documented. I went back and watched some of my pre-op videos. I could not believe how small my face has gotten. I feel a lot better now. Like, I don't feel, not that I was depressed before, but just like gloomy. Like I felt like, or I looked like I just had a gloom over me, and I feel like that's gone. So that's nice. But the biggest change was I could not believe how puffy my face was. And I still have those days where I feel the same like I did 9 months ago. But, today I'm a little puffy, but nothing too bad. I just feel a lot better. All those aches and pains are gone. I don't get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, which I completely forgot about. Just one random, I was like, oh yeah, I used to get up like every night at like 2 a.m. because I don't know if the fat was pressing on my bladder. Like, I don't know, but I sleep completely through the night now, which is great. I'm like a baby. Like, she sleeps completely through the night now. So that is fun, but it's just been a crazy year so far. And thank you so much if you've joined along on any part of this ride. If you're coming in now or you've been here for a while, I just wanted to thank you. So, all right, let's get into all the new things that have happened this past month. All right, first thing I want to talk about is the food situation. So if you don't watch any of my other videos and you've just stumbled across this, starting last week, I started with a new dietitian. She is not with my surgery facility. She is a completely outside third-party dietitian, has some history in bariatrics, so she knows my limitations, obviously, on things. I cannot eat a normal amount of calories, that kind of thing. So far, last week, by going with what she says, I did finally break my plateau, and I dropped 1.5 pounds, I think, just last week. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to get up to 1,200 calories. It's still a struggle. It still takes me all day, and especially on days that I just don't feel hungry, which happen, it's really hard to hit that. Today is one of those days. I'm just not hungry. I don't know. I've been drinking my water. I had like lunch and breakfast, but I skipped a snack. Like, it's just been a very strange day today. So trying to get into that, consistently tracking, I think has been helping, so I can see what I'm eating, how much I'm getting. The days of like me not caring, but just willy-nilly kind of tracking here and there, I think I still need to do that in order to make sure I'm getting in enough. Because before, I don't think I was eating enough. And not that I'm working out a ton, but I need to properly fuel myself so that when I do work out, 5 days a week for 30 minutes, like, I still have enough calories to keep my body functioning normally, and then still lose on top of that. So it's a very giant puzzle piece. No one knows the exact answer, but I'm just trying to figure it out as we go. So that is like the food realm, tracking, new stats, trying to get in more protein, trying to keep on top of my water. Vitamins are all good. So that is nothing really new, but just a little bit different this month. All right, next is the scar update. So we will cut to that real quick. I'm gonna do our scar check. I'm gonna try my very best to find them all this month because they're getting pretty hard to find. Obviously, the big scar is still here. So there's 1, 2 is up here, 3. I think this is 4 and 5. So not too bad. This one and the big one are the ones you can see the most. The others have kind of like faded into my stretch marks, which is fine. So yeah, not too bad, 9 months out. Okay, and then the next, I kind of just wanted to talk about, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but just how I'm feeling. Some days I wake up and I, again, don't feel like I've done anything, but lately, the past week or two, I have been feeling smaller. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just don't feel as like wide as I used to feel, which is great. I can usually tell as soon as I wake up, depending on like how puffy my face is. And it's been insane. I think I touched on it. It's like I used to not know what salt bloat was. Like, I was just puffy 24/7. But now that a lot of that has like gone away, now if I do eat too much salt, I can feel it instantly the next day. Like, I never felt that fluctuation before, and now I can feel it all the time. So just something to keep in mind. But along with feeling smaller, I'm also feeling a lot stronger. I'm doing like half, I can go into the workout portion. But again, with my eating changes, my workout is changing a little bit. My dietitian wants me to do like half strength, half cardio basically. So I'm doing more weights, more resistance training, things like that. So I think that is all incorporating into me feeling smaller and stronger. And just like normal everyday things. I think my mom was over, it had to have been like 2 weeks ago at some point. And of course I was lounging on the couch, as one does. And I got up to go feed the dogs or something like that. And I got up like that. And she goes, like, you wouldn't have done that 9 months ago. Like, I would have had to like braced myself to like push myself off the couch to like get enough momentum to like get all of my weight up off the couch. And I just like got up. So it's like things that I didn't even notice. Like, I thought I got up the same way as I normally did, but clearly other people are seeing changes, which is great and exactly what I want. So, just things like that, like you don't think of. Like, I never thought, oh yeah, it's easier for me to get up now. No, I just get up. So crazy things that happen, for sure. So that is kind of how I'm feeling going in to 2023 with a good headspace. Even though it's taking me longer to drop pounds, I know that I'm doing it the correct way. I'm building muscle while I'm doing it. And I just gotta stick to what I know, and I know it'll come off. It might take some time, but I know it's gonna come off. All right, the last quick thing I wanted to touch on was the hair. So it's not too shabby. We are still a greasy girl. I don't think there's gonna be getting rid of that anytime soon. Flyaway city for sure, but it does feel a little bit thicker. Nothing crazy. Like, down at the ends is still pretty thin, but if I'm running through here, like, it's starting to feel like my old hair again. It's obviously going to take a lot of time for all of flyaways to get longer. which is why I'm keeping it short, but we're getting there. I think we're through the worst part, and now it's just the regrowth waiting to happen. Okay, so those are all of my updates for 9 months. I did ask you guys over on Instagram if you had any questions for me to throw in at the end here, so I'm gonna answer those real quick. So we'll start. Someone asked, do you take your calcium chew and multivitamin at the same time, or do you have to wait 1 hour? So I do not take them at the same time. It's not recommended to do so, just because something in the calcium interacts with something in the multi, not 100% sure. But I usually take my multi in the morning, like after my breakfast, because I need food in my stomach. And then I will wait a couple hours, take one calcium chew, wait another couple hours, and take my second one. Currently, I'm eating the ProCare Health dark chocolate calcium for like my midday snack while I'm at work. Oh, actually, I have one right here. Well, I have one here. So this is like my midday one, same stats as the chews. It's just a bar of chocolate. And then I still do the ProCare Health the Bariatric Advantage caramel or raspberry as my nighttime chew. So those are what I am taking. All right, someone asked, have you hit a plateau and how did you overcome it? So I guess I would call it a plateau this past month, right? I went up and then I lost it and then I kind of stayed the same thing for about 2-ish weeks. I just kept doing the same things. It's bound to happen. I just need to tell myself it's a part of the process. Even if I do everything right, I know some weeks it's not going to come off, but it does bother me. I'm not going to lie. Like, obviously I want to see some kind of loss every week, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I know I'm doing everything right. I'm following all the rules. I'm trying to get in what I can, and it is what it is. So do what you can do, drink your water, make sure you're getting all your vitamins in, and it'll come off. At least that's what I tell myself. All right, next question. How much have I lost so far? So total is 86 pounds. What do you struggle with now that you're 9 months post-op? I would say now is the hardest part again for me. Pre-op diet was a breeze, not a breeze, but like comparatively, I had rules I could follow. I knew what I needed to do, when I needed to do it. I knew when I could, evolve to the next stage. Now I can eat whatever I want, with obviously to a certain extent, the restriction is still there. And now I have to take everything I've learned, all of the changes I've done up here, not going out to eat, not running through a drive-through, not eating when I'm frustrated. I have to take all of that and like keep it 24/7. Like yesterday I had a pretty awful day at work. And if it was a normal pre-surgery me, I would have ordered takeout. I would have ran to the store, gotten something bad, brought it home to eat it. So I was drinking my water. I had my calcium chocolate. Like, I just have to make better choices 24/7 now. And that not 24/7. I'm not like super strict, but I'm strict enough to know that I'm still doing things right and I'm not completely screwing up myself. So I would say definitely now is the hardest part, is to take everything I've learned and implement it for the long haul. Because surgery won't fix everything. Surgery won't fix me going to get fast food. Surgery won't fix me eating too many snacks. Like, surgery doesn't fix any of that. What fixes that is the work that I've done up here. So that's the hardest part. All right. Do you still feel restrictions? Have you had any moments of binge eating or eating horrible and then refocus? So I absolutely still feel restriction. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I thought in my last meal prep video, I'm like, yeah, I can eat 3 small meatballs. No, I'm still at 2. So that has not changed. I can maybe get a half a cup of food in, depending on what it is. Like, I can eat 4 ounces of shrimp. I could eat 2 ounces of steak or 3 ounces of chicken. Like, it all depends what it is, really. Do I have any moments of binge eating? I mean, maybe I've had a couple too many crackers a couple times. I don't know if I would necessarily call that a binge, but I don't keep things that I could potentially eat or eat a lot of in the house. Now, I'm lucky it's just me here. I don't have to shop for anyone else. I don't have to feed other people. I mean, I feed other people, but I don't have to like constantly have other food that I'm not going to eat in my house. So I don't have that temptation, I guess, of like going to grab a bag of chips or cookies or whatever. Like I don't have that temptation here. So I think that helps maybe a little bit. I've obviously had days that I have not eaten great. Christmas, great example. New Year's, I was out at my dad's house and I was just kind of snacking on whatever I wanted to, but I give myself grace. It's a day. I don't beat myself up about it. Yeah, the scale goes up, whatever. It's water weight. I'm not too concerned about it. And then next day, refocus, back on track. So I give myself those days. I cannot be perfect 24/7, nor should you be. It's just the ways in which you recoup after and refocus is what's going to help you reach your goals. Don't get me wrong. I've had fast food. I've gone to Wendy's. Like, I'm not perfect. All right. What multivitamin do you use? So I'll put a picture here. The Berry Life Just One vanilla scented thing. And I do have a coupon code. Finally, I messaged them. Let me grab what it is real quick. My coupon code is Gina20, and that'll save you 20% off your first order. And then I think you gain points for every order after that. So I will leave that link down in the description below. All right, and the last question is, what has been the biggest shock and or disappointment since being on this journey? So I don't know about shock. I guess my disappointment is my own fault, and it's comparing to other people, because I thought by now I could be 100 pounds down and like skinny mini, and which I've seen other people do, but comparison is what the thief of joy, is that what they say? So I try not to do it as much as I can. It's hard. I feel like my body wants to cling on to every pound it can. And I have not had the easiest time. I feel like I should have lost more. I know that's crazy to say, but in comparing, which I shouldn't, to everyone else that has had surgery around the same time as me, or even after me, like it's crazy how each person's body is so different. So I guess that would be the only thing I'm slightly disappointed in, but I'm still happy with where I'm at. I know I'm doing it the right way. Everything happens for a reason, that kind of mantra. So if it needs to come off slowly, it's going to come off slowly. It got put on over tens of years. It got put on slowly, so it's going to come off slowly. So that's the only thing I've had to like realign my idea is that I'm not going to be one of those people that drop 150 pounds in a year. Like that is not going to be me. I'll be lucky if I hit 100 pounds. I will be absolutely thrilled if I hit 100 pounds by a year. But I am not one of those kind of click your fingers and you're skinny. Not even skinny. I don't want to be skinny. I want to be lean, strong, and healthy. So I'm just not going to get there fast. I'm a slow walker. I'm a slow loser. So, it is what it is. But thank you all so much for watching. If you made it this far, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. I'd be happy to answer. If you want to follow me for real-time updates, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram at Gina.VSG, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.